This is the start of video 5. I wasn't even going to do a video at all today, and I was only going to make one video once I decided to do that. And I had a little breakdown. I've recovered, and I figured since I've already had the breakdown, and this pile of papers is so freaking big, I'll be doing this till next year if I don't make like fucking 3 videos a day and read more than just one page. So we're going to pick up with the next responding officer, which is, like, my presentation sucks. Like, I want to be able to have like a PowerPoint and like show you guys like the documents, so you can like, so while I'm talking you can like reading them. That would be like super cool, right? But I'm so not that sophisticated yet, because like this is not like my profession. This is my life. I'm not making money off this. I'm literally like, my life is in paused financially and everything because I can't do anything until I get some kind of resolution to this. So, this is our next document. It is entitled Sedona Police Department Supplement Report, Case blah 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 blah. It's just stating all its numbers, the gargly goop, and the original date, and here we go. Date of this report is 7/9/93. 1300 hours, 2 a.m. I received a call at my residence from police communications specialist Carol Rogers, who advised me that there had been a shooting at 530 Coffee Pot Drive. She stated that our agency received a call at 1:40 a.m. from a subject who was at the scene with the victim, and upon arrival of officers, they did find a female deceased. At 2:18 a.m., I arrived on scene of this incident. Sergeant George Stinson, Officer Scott Brooks, and Officer Dave Zanet were at the scene or in the area. So now he isn't the third responding officer, because right here now, already this jumble of paperwork is out of order. This is how I printed out. But the first one said there was 2 people on scene. Now this guy's report is already telling me that there's 1, 2, and 3 people in the scene or at the area. But what he didn't note was the first responding officer, which is Detective Spokes, which is the guy that was married to my teacher. So already right here, there's inconsistencies. Who the fuck was there? Who the fuck was there? When were they there? Because this guy's saying that he arrived, he didn't even see the first responding officer that just told me that he was there, secured the scene with somebody else. So, fishy, right? Okay, so now we've got 3 more people involved in this. Like, this just gets fucking weird. Okay? Sergeant George Stinson, Officer Scott Brooks, and Officer David Zanet were at the scene or in the area. There's 3 plus Savos and Spokes, which were not mentioned in this report. So now we've got 5 guys that apparently have touched this scene. Okay? Okay. As I arrived, I observed Officer David Zanet leaving the residence with a male subject and 2 small female children. That was the officer that woke me up and escorted me out of the house. Now I know his name. Z-A-N-O-T. I don't think it could possibly be any of these officers. Officers are too low down on the pole. There's this Sergeant George Stinson. There's this somebody else from the DA's office. The officers are too low on the totem pole. Sorry, I'm off topic. I was just thinking. Okay, anyway. That was at 2:18 when this guy arrived on scene, telling us who the 3 other people were there, and then observed the officer escorting a male subject and myself and my sister out of the residence at 2:18. Sergeant Stinson briefed me on what had occurred the last few moments since the officers arrived on scene, and he took me to the bedroom where the deceased was located. I briefly reviewed the interior of the residence and did not enter the actual bedroom where the deceased was located to avoid destruction of any potential evidence. At 2:50 a.m. So now that this is, in his report, this is a span of like 30 minutes have gone by. Okay. Upon returning to the police department, I made contact with Yavapai Deputy County Attorney on call, Steve Janes. Mr. Janes was advised of the situation and that we did have a subject that was being interviewed in regard to his involvement in this death, and based on the circumstances, there was a possibility that we had a homicide investigation. After a brief conversation with Mr. Janes, he said that he would contact the investigator, Gary Savaro, and have him contact his department. Okay, now at 3:28 a.m. I received a call from Mr. Gary Savaro, investigator for the Yavapai County's Attorney's Office. He's the investigator for the Yavapai County Attorney. So he's the higher up. He was briefed of the situation and advised that he would respond to the scene of the incident. Yeah, respond what, an hour and a half later? But on this piece of paper, who secured the residence, guys? It says investigator Savaro and myself. Okay, no, who secured the residence? I request the be notified. We also request the assistance of the investigators of Investigator Savaro of the Yavapai County Office upon arrival. The resident upon. Okay, so it's saying upon the investigator Savaro's arrival, the residence was secure. So when did he arrive? When did he arrive? Because right here at 3:28 a.m., it's saying I received a call from Gary Savaro, investigator for the Yavapai County Attorney's Office. He was briefed of the situation and advised that he would respond to the scene of the incident. So at 3:28, you're telling me that he was advised to respond to the scene, but this guy's telling me that the scene, it took an hour and a half to secure the scene because the scene was secured when he was there. Word. People, I've got pages of this. Pages of these lies. I'm catching them in blatant lies, and I'm only through the first couple pages with you people. All right, breathe, Nikki, breathe. You see, I'm getting worked up now. I'm getting passionate. I'm getting sobby. I'm gonna get mad. Yes, oh, yes. The eye of the tiger. Get some Rocky going. Okay, at 3:35 a.m., Mr. David Kimosky. Who's Mr. David Kamoski, arrived at the police department. He is employed by the Department of Economic Security, Child Protective Services. They had been contacted earlier in regards to responding to the police department and assist in the possible placement of the two juvenile children brought to the PD by officers now. Okay, so this guy's, because this video's running 7, I'm trying to keep these under 10 minutes because it takes a long to upload, and then, who wants to like watch an hour video, you know? Easier just to watch a couple little clips. So this guy's report, though, carries on for another page and a half. This is just the first page. And I've already caught several inconsistencies. Glaring inconsistencies. Now, John, if you're watching this and you said that you've gotten through the first 40 pages of this, have you caught these inconsistencies yet? You better be watching these with me then. Because this guy is telling me that he didn't arrive until, but the scene was secured. Scene was secured when you arrived, but it's saying that at 3:30 you weren't even there yet. Where was I? What's going on? Lies. That's just the first page. So that's video 5. I'm gonna drop that. I don't know. I might make video 6, and we'll see if we can get through the next page. Video 6 and maybe video 7 just to get through this fucking guy's report because of. Giving me the passion to keep going. Guys, this stinks for days. I've got 200 pages of this. We're only at the first 13. 200 pages.